So I got the Republican debate queued up here. Do you guys wanna check it out with me? And
oh no, I would not.
Thanks for coming to watch this horrible thing with me, guys.
Yeah, no problem. It's on Fox News.
Cleveland, Ohio. I'm Megan Kelly.
Why is Trump in the middle?
He earned it. He's leading.
He's the centerpiece.
Oh, they have like rules, like if you're.
It's like a Russian egg doll thing of like top, second, third, fourth. It's like.
So because he's leading the polls, he gets to be the center.
Yeah.
Attention.
Yeah.
Which is what he's always wanted.
He's the best one, and it's like a show, right? Like it's Donald Trump and the Gopettes.
You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account.
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
Wow, Rosie, great.
Way to court the youth vote.
Why did he queue up like the 2004 debate? Why did you?
But then everyone clapped because he's being a piece of shit. He's just like, yeah, I call a person I hate mean names. I'm a bully. Clap for me.
This country is in big trouble. We don't win anymore. We lose to China. We lose to Mexico, both in trade and at the border. We lose to everybody.
Trump doesn't seem to have confidence in any aspect of America. It's like we can't beat Mexico at the border. Our cars can't outrace Acuras anymore. It's like offending me.
Right, how shitty he thinks it is.
Yeah,
also, like, no car has ever been able to outrun an Acura. Like,
he has never gone bankrupt. That's true.
It's true. Let's hear him say he's never gone bankrupt.
I have never gone bankrupt, by the way. I have never. But out of hundreds of deals.
But sir,
excuse me.
That's your line, but your companies have gone bankrupt.
Let's hear him say it again.
I have never gone bankrupt, by the way.
I like that Donald Trump is told you've gone bankrupt a lot, and his response is, I go bankrupt better than other people.
I had the good sense to leave Atlantic City, which, by the way, Caesars just went bankrupt. Every company, Chris can tell you.
Everybody else in Atlantic City went bankrupt way worse than I did. I did a much better job of it. Also, screw you, Christie, for Atlantic City being in New Jersey. That's your fault.
I don't trust President Obama with our records. I know you gave him a big hug, and if you want to give him a big hug again, go right ahead.
Grandpa's like, yeah, well, at least I didn't hug Obama once. Which, A, he's the president. Yeah, it's okay. Regardless of your politics, like, he's the president of your country.
Like, I'm not huge on George W. Bush, but there was that thing last week where he was doing jury duty in Texas, and so there were just selfies of him with jurors, people being like, oh my god, the president. Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. It's cool to meet a president.
He was the president
for 8 years.
Exciting.
You don't have to like him at all. It's just like, hey, look at me with this thing.
The military is not a social experiment. The purpose of the military is kill people and break things.
Like, it's never defended the country at all.
It's the defense program.
With, like, aid.
It's called the Defense.
Department of Defense? Is that what it's called? A presidential candidate should know that. It's not an action hero.
Friends of mine years ago were going to have a child, and it was going to be aborted, and it wasn't aborted, and that child today is a total superstar.
Trump's telling all these stories about, like, yeah, I was talking to this person last week. In that politician way, clearly you're lying. This is like a made-up story, or like you did it like 4 years ago. He doesn't even try to fool you. I know a couple, and they were gonna have an abortion, but then they didn't, and that kid is a superstar now. You don't know a kid.
Right. You've never met a child, Donald Trump.
He managed to say kid instead of prop, which is good. That's really good.
As president, would you bring back waterboarding?
Well, thank you, Megan. I wasn't sure I was going to get to talk again.
We have a lot for you.
Ben Carson. I'm very excited to find out who that is at some point. I guess he does surgery.
Neurosurgery.
Yeah.
Carson stood out to me because everyone answered by not answering, but he answered by not answering in a way that made it feel like he wasn't paying attention.
All right. You know,
like he was spacing out and thinking about True Detective, and then
the
question would come up and he'd be like, immigration is,
Secondly, we are rehabbing the drug addicted. 80% of the people in our prisons have addictions. So
I hadn't heard of Kasich before, but he seemed to me like he had wandered into the wrong room. Like when he was talking about rehabilitating drug addicted prisoners, and everyone stopped, like, what? Like,
yeah, he seems so out of place.
Trickled away.
I'm an old-fashioned person here, and I happen to believe in traditional marriage.
And then he said that he didn't support gay marriage, and everyone was like, yeah. And then he was like, but they passed a law, so it was over. And everyone was like, oh.
The court has ruled, and I said we'll accept it.
Right. But what about?
What about just being irrationally angry about that?
What about how we hate everything?
Yeah.
We have to stand you by because after the break, we're going to let the candidates make their closing statements, their final thoughts, and God. Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
That tease. It
God
wasn't even like we're
shows
going to
up.
ask about God. It was like we're going to find out what the candidates have to think of this and this and this. And side note, God.
I want to know if any of them have received a word from God on what they should do and take care of first.
Hey, right, does God speak to you directly and tell you what you should
Yeah.
be doing, which is be the president of America?
A woman just came here to the stage and asked, what about the veterans? I want to hear more about what these candidates are going to do for our nation's veterans. So I put the question to you about God and the veterans, which you may find to be related.
Well, keep in mind the question I just asked.
Right.
But in addition to that, what do you think of veterans?
I know I asked you a really hard question of take a stance on God, but also, let's play some real hardball. Veterans.
Question mark?
Follow-up question. Puppies. Are you pro-puppy? Are you anti-puppy?
Well, first let me say I think God has blessed us. He's blessed the Republican Party with some very good candidates. The Democrats can't even find one.
Hillary Clinton, during this debate, she was having the best night. She was hanging out with Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, and they took a selfie together. It's fantastic. And Kanye's just in the back of it, like, oh, what's up? And then also, she had like a headquarters set up where there are posters of the Republican candidates saying nice things about her in real life, and that was just the response she left as like an out of office while she's hanging out with Kim and Kanye.
Yeah.
Just a fantastic way to live your life.
Yeah.
So now that we've seen all these people go for 2 hours, who do you guys think is going to come out on top?
Trump gets my vote because he's modest and earnest. And that won me over.
Hey, thanks for watching our response of the, whatever that was.
The fantastic GOP debates.
Let us
Politics
know,
in action.
Let us know who you think won.